Hey guys, welcome back to Specializing in Nothing.
Sorry, you started singing that song and I got into me.
I'm your co-host, Omar Reyes, and this is Carlos Perez.
What do you do? You know what I'm saying? We out here.
So, coming at you with a different type of video, in the realm of sports, but recently ESPN released a list. Top 25 under 25. We're talking NBA right now. So, where do you want to start? Do you want to go 1 through 25 or you want to go 25 through number 1? I feel like it makes more sense to just go straight to the top.
Do you want to go 1 to 25?
Yeah. Because the front of the list, we're pretty much going to be in agreement for the most part. Number 1, Luka Doncic. I've said it multiple times on the show. I fucking love that guy.
You love Luka.
Luka is
love some Luka.
He's the man, Luka Doncic. I feel like he's the future of the NBA because in a couple years, LeBron James not gonna be in the league no more.
We don't know that.
A couple years, like 4 or 5 years. You think he's still gonna be in the league 4 or 5 years from now?
We don't know that, bro. He has no. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't count him out.
You want to count him out, right?
You know what I'm saying.
But he's definitely not gonna be on the top 25 on the 25 list.
Who? Luka?
LeBron.
Oh, LeBron. I mean, neither will Luka. Couple years.
Top 30 under 30.
Probably 30 under 30, definitely.
30 for 30. Yeah, I have no problems with Luka Doncic being on the top of the list. He's shown time and time again that he's an all-star. He's the guy. Dallas could have a really good future if they could get the right pieces around him, though. I feel like they've been slacking on that department. Now, whether or not Luka stays with them, we'll see. Luka, come to the Knicks. You should just come to the Knicks.
I don't think he wants to ruin his career.
You should just come to the Knicks, bro.
I don't think he wants to ruin his career.
You won't ruin your career. If anything, you'll be playing for the greatest fans in the world.
I guess we're okay fans. We're not that big of fans.
No, we're pretty good. We're pretty loyal.
We're cool.
We're cool. We're loyal.
You know, we're also kind of shitty too.
Yeah. Well, we're mostly shitty to like Dolan though, because we know Dolan is where most of the.
I guess. I mean, we also kind of shitty towards the players sometimes too.
Sometimes. Only if you like leave us.
I guess.
So, number 2, Zion Williamson. How you feel about him being so far up the list?
I think a lot. Because I was talking to my friend of mine about this list. A lot of this, I think, has to do with upside, right? When you're drafting a player, when you see a guy like Luka, he's peaking. Like, this is what he is. He's not going to, I don't think he'll develop anything else. He's not going to get a 40-inch vertical out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So you know what Luka is. Zion has tremendous upside, so I think that's why he's so high up on the list.
And he balls out.
He does. The only thing about me is obviously his frame, and that's something that worries me.
I feel like he's
too heavy for those knees. He's going to have to lose some weight, cut down, especially if you're using raw athleticism. Like Blake was always in shape, but you saw that athleticism fades away. So
he definitely needs to cut
skill in post game or something.
He needs to cut a lot of that weight.
As well as get down, lose some weight too. Because you don't want to end up like Charles Barkley and just be a round ball by the end of your career. Shout out Charles Barkley.
And post-career too.
But but once you retire, you're like, fuck it. I can do whatever I want now.
I feel like, especially with basketball players, they almost all end up like rounding out a little bit.
That's life.
LaMelo Ball, number 3, his rookie year. I mean, you've seen the man play. He was on pace to be rookie of the year.
Yeah, and like I said, once again, upside. A lot of people were very mad about LaMelo being number 3, over Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. But it's like, when it comes to those guys, like, what they are. Like, Jason Tatum's not going to be anything else than what he is. You know what I mean?
He did drop a 50-piece.
And when you look at those guys, I'm kind of going a little further in the list, but like guys like Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, and those guys, like, they are what they are. They're not going to develop anything else. And I don't even think they're once-in-a-generational kind of players. They're just really good players. Yeah,
LaMelo is definitely a once-in-a-generation.
LaMelo could be, and like I said, tremendous upside, ridiculously young,
and it was fun watching them play too.
And he's, like I said, a fun player to watch.
Yeah, very fun to watch. I was thinking of buying a LaMelo jersey. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't go that route. You know what I'm saying? Right.
I like the Charlie. I like the color
schemes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Blue and white.
It'd go with my sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah. So, number 4, Donovan Mitchell. I don't have nothing bad to say about that.
Yeah, I love Donovan Mitchell. The Spider, he's currently on the best team in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Jason Tatum. Again, I just mentioned it. He dropped a 50-piece the other day.
Yeah.
Would you have him this far up in the list, though?
Looking at the list, I see no problems with having him that far. This is a guy I think should be further up on this list, but we'll get to that when we get there.
All right.
But, yeah, I have no problem. I have no problems with Mr. Whatever his name is.
Number 6, De'Aaron Fox.
I love the Fox. He is... I can't spell what is happening with me today. I like De'Aaron Fox a lot. I see no problems with him being this high up. He's obviously on a really, really shitty team in Sacramento. But, I mean, that's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault that he's on a shitty team. I mean, what are you going to do about that? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I guess I see no problems with De'Aaron Fox being up there.
All right. Number 7, Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. What can I say about Ben Simmons? I don't know, bro. I mean, I guess you kind of have to put him up there just because he's so damn young and he's a walking triple-double most nights. I don't like him above some of these other guys, but definitely deserves to be on this list.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't argue about him not being on the list. The placement's a little weird. I don't really see much more upside like you've been talking about when it comes to Ben Simmons.
Unless he develops that jump shot finally.
I mean, if he does, then
who knows?
We'll see what ends up happening with him later on in his career, but we'll see. Number 8, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. I think should probably be above Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even above De'Aaron Fox.
What about Jason?
I think size and athleticism is why I go Jason over Devin Booker. Mm-hmm. But Devin Booker is just an elite scorer. And so I think them neck and neck is okay, but I don't like him above some of the other guys on the list.
I get you. Bam Adebayo.
I am a huge Bam Adebayo fan. That is my guy.
That's your guy?
He's a freak, man. Because like he's like, I think he's listed at like 6'10" or 6'11" or something like that. But if you ever see him play, he doesn't look like it. He moves around like a forward.
Yeah.
Athletic, fast, quick, can run the floor. I love Bam Adebayo. I'd give him a few years. He'll probably be one of the best bigs in the league.
Do you think he's? Do you think 8 is a right? 9 is the right spot for him on this list? Would you put him above some of these other names?
I don't know if I put him above some of these other names just because of the position Bam plays.
Of course.
But I mean, I think he's good where he's at. It's tough to move around, like I said, just because he's a center, so it's kind of hard to put him over these guards and forwards.
All right. I don't know how to say
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a.k.a. SGA, Senior Game Advisor. Shout out to GameStop.
Bro, you said SGA and it didn't hit until you
every time I talk about SGA, I always think GameStop in my fucking head. I'm like, oh, Senior Game Advisor.
Senior Game Advisor.
But Shai is a beast. He's also stupid fucking young, too. Once again, like we said, upside. This guy's got tremendous upside, and every single year he gets better. Last year, from 19 points a game, this year, 24, damn near. He's getting better every single year. And I would probably put him higher up on this list just because, like I was saying, upside, we don't know what Shai can be. We kind of know what Booker is. We know what Tatum is. We know what these guys are. Shai can, maybe surpass these guys in a few years.
See, but the other thing is you also don't know if he will reach those heights.
True, but I feel same thing with LaMelo. So it's like you have to really measure an upside with this list, and I feel like that's what they're doing, like who these guys can be.
Fair enough.
Because it's under 24. So these are still prospects at the most part. You know what I mean? They just got drafted a couple years ago. So just on upside, I feel like he should be a little higher up on here.
Fair enough. So that was the top 10. Now we're going to get into 11 through 20. We have Brandon Ingram at number 11.
Brandon Ingram is such a weird player to me. But he's been hooping. Past 2 years, 23 points a game. There's just something about him. I don't know what it is.
It bothers you?
It doesn't have an NBA frame. So how long is he gonna last? He's skinnier than Kevin Durant. Like he's just built. That's creep.
And Kevin Durant, every time he jumps up, I feel like he's gonna land and break his legs.
Same thing with fucking Brandon Ingram. So and
every time
he's just on a bad team, so he's gonna get his buckets. Like the Pelicans aren't that good, and he's one of their main, scoring options. Because who's the other? Lonzo. I mean, outside of Zion and him is with Lonzo. You know what I mean? So he's one of their, and they got rid of JJ Redick. So that's why he gets so much points. But I mean, hey, deserves to be on the list. He fits the criteria. He's 23.
Now, a question, just because, looking at this list, obviously a lot of Pelican players. How do you feel about the Pelicans in terms of their upside? Where will they be next year? The year after that? Looking at the players they have right now, because they're a very young team.
Lonzo is, I think, probably going to be gone. Mm-hmm. Next year. I don't think he comes back. I think he probably goes to the Knicks. I don't want to say unfortunately. He'd be a cool player to have. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, where are they sitting at right now?
Definitely a marketable player.
I feel like they're maybe, a game under 500? Where are they at right here? Why can't I see a record? They're 23 and 29, so a few games under 500. They just need a bench. They have some solid young players. I feel like you have to move off of Lonzo just because I think you need something different. You need a shooter. Lonzo's
he's more really of a
just a
ball
facilitator.
Manager, kind of like
Mm-hmm. It's a weird team put together. Eric Bledsoe, Josh Hart. I don't know. And also coaching could play a factor in it too. Maybe they need a coach that can handle these personalities and these players. And they're very big too with Zion and Steve Adams. I don't know. It's a weird team. I don't see them making the playoffs in the near future. I don't. Okay. They'd have to make some serious moves, acquire some real talent, or Zion is coming to New York.
I believe it.
I genuinely feel like that law of attraction, man. Zion wanted to go to New York. That was his game plan when he was drafted. I feel like if they don't get him anything, once his contract is up, he's out.
Come to New York, Zion.
And
everybody in New York. You remember when that draft
tank for fucking Zion, bro. We thought it was gonna be Zion, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. That's what we thought we were gonna get.
Could you have imagined that, man?
I would like to have. I didn't believe any of that was gonna happen.
I mean, yeah, especially after.
I
remember what everybody I was looking at the newspapers and it was just the Catholic Church here. Who's the Cardinal Dolan? No, is that his name?
Nolan. I don't know his name. The Cardinal.
The Cardinal was praying for the Knicks to get the number one pick of the draft. I was just that's just funny to me. But it's like that, And
the player I thought was going to come here was Kyrie. I thought Kyrie was coming to the Knicks.
I thought Kyrie was coming to the Knicks, and if Kyrie would have come to the Knicks, Kevin Durant would have come to the Knicks.
Kyrie went to Brooklyn, and KD wanted to follow his homie. And plus, we didn't offer him a max, which I wasn't necessarily mad at because the Knicks don't have a good track record when it comes to players coming off injuries and signing with us. So I wasn't mad. We've been burned so many times before.
Yeah. And I mean, look at KD. Yeah, he's been balling, but he also missed 20 games in a row.
Yeah, he just got back 2 games ago. So, I mean, Knicks weren't wrong. And it's a guy you're going to have to nurse. You know what I mean? You're going to have to monitor him constantly.
Anytime there's any discomfort or anything
from the calf below, he has to sit down because you don't know if he re-aggravated something. So same thing with look at fucking Anthony Davis, bro. That tendinosis, he hasn't played in forever, out indefinitely. You don't know when he's coming back.
Apparently, he is getting reevaluated this week, so it's possible he comes back in 2-3 weeks.
I think James is going to take a lot of time.
Yeah,
a lot of time. Same thing with James.
So yeah, I mean those are their players.
Yeah, and they're not really worried about seeding right now because they know that when those guys come back,
it doesn't matter where they're seated. Yeah,
and we're playing in an era where home court advantage really is not going to mean shit because there's going to be 10,000 fans in there. Mm-hmm. We don't know what their occupancy is going to be. So
I still think that if they just come back for the playoffs, maybe a couple weeks before playoffs, they can warm up, get right back into the rhythm.
Get in basketball shape. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, number 12, Jaylen Brown.
Shout outs to my Celtics fans. You know what I'm saying? The homie TJ, Tarek, them the homies they watch. But I like Jaylen Brown. He's made a huge turnaround from when he first came into this league. A guy who could barely dribble, was just athletic, and now, you know what I'm saying, grown into the the real, true second option on that Boston team. And
now,
obviously, an all-star this year.
Boston is an interesting team for me.
They're a dumpster fire.
But, like, they have talent. That's the thing.
They're a dumpster fire. That's all I can say about them, bro. Like,
it's such an interesting team to me because it's like they have
no business being 27 and 26 right now.
They really don't.
They should be so much better. Granted, they're dealing with some injuries.
But still, like, you have great prospects. And on top of that, like, the who's the other guy on that team that's
got Tatum, Brown, Kemba, Marcus Smart.
And it's just like
Kemba's been hurt and been missing a lot of time.
Yeah, and that could contribute to the reason why they're only a game over 500, but they're just, I don't know.
They need to give Taco Fall some more minutes. Taco Fall could be the greatest center of all time.
You believe that?
No. Like I said, for the past few years, and I talk about
said that with the straightest face, too.
I said this a lot when we talk about the Celtics. It's like they had their one shot against a LeBron James with no help on the Cavs, and they blew it. They took them to 7 games, and they couldn't get the job done. And ever since then, that team has not been the same. Mm-hmm. It's kind of similar to Seattle, when Seattle lost that Super Bowl. Never been the same since after that.
The same.
So I think that's
same thing
more or
with
less what happened.
The Falcons. I mean, for the most part, like most teams. Well, when it comes to football, it's different. If you lose the Super Bowl, for the most part, you don't even like see the playoffs. Sometimes
it's tough. And like I said, this team has been. We had the whole Kyrie stuff.
That Kyrie stuff did mess with them a lot.
But I felt like there was just, which is a weird thing to say, there was just too much talent on that team, and that can be a problem. Like you saw that with the Memphis Grizzlies.
The thing is, at the same time, you look at the Nets. They have way too much talent, but it works.
Not really, though, if you really look at it. Because you have talent that is coming toward the end of their careers. Guys like Blake Griffin are close to retirement. Guys like Marcus Aldridge are close to retirement. These are young dudes in their prime fighting for minutes.
Okay, yeah. That makes...
You know what I mean? And like I said, you saw that back in the day with the Memphis Grizzlies. They had a stacked team. They didn't get better until they got rid of Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes you can have too much talent. And now they're trying to figure out what is the right combination of players and talents. And they don't have a lot of size. And defensively, they can be a mess. And, I mean, you got to start looking at Brad Stevens. Okay. He had the one good year with Isaiah Thomas. And it's kind of been, he's limped on ever since after that.
All right. So I'm just looking at the time. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. 13, Jamal Murray.
I love Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray's a beast.
He's a really good player. And his teammate is right underneath him, Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr., which we talked about a little earlier. You don't believe he should be this high.
I don't think so when you look at some of the other guys on this list. But once again, I guess they're going off of upside with Michael Porter Jr. You know, he missed his rookie year because of injury.
Maybe.
So.
Now, for me personally, 15 and 16, I feel like they should just be just switched. So,
in all due respect, like I said, to Michael Porter Jr., he missed his rookie year because of injury. From his real rookie year till this year, it is a huge jump from 9-4 to 17-7. So I mean, maybe they're going off that upside. We'll see. Maybe that keeps getting better as the years go on. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what they're going off. And as you said, for 15 and 14 flipping, I think Ja Morant should be way higher on this list.
Ja Morant does deserve to be way higher on this
borderline top 5 on this list. Ja Morant has, in terms of this list, has the most upside outside of like Zion and LaMelo or Luka. Like he has the crazy, ridiculous athleticism, can shoot fast as hell.
So would you put him above Jason Tatum?
I think he's neck and neck with Jason Tatum. Okay.
Just
because if I'm a GM and I have the option of Jason Tatum or Ja Morant, I'm taking Ja Morant.
Fair enough, yeah.
You can go Tatum for size, but I'm gonna take Ja Morant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Trae Young.
I don't like Trae Young.
You don't like Trae Young?
I don't know.
Is it his? I feel like it's his face that bothers you.
His dumb face. That is a huge thing. Same thing with Klay Thompson. Like they have these stupid dumb faces that I'm just like, ugh.
But they ball, bro.
Yeah, Trae Young's a hooper.
Trae Young is a hooper, man.
He can hoop. He can shoot. He's a huge liability defensively. But, I mean, you saw the point totals go down, so I feel like that's kind of why he's dropped on this list. He went from almost 30 to now, 25. Wasn't an all-star this year, so I may say he was snubbed. I don't know. But I mean,
would you say he was?
He is what he is, so it's kind of hard to move him up on this list.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's a small guard who's just a really good shooter.
Number 17, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges, I do not understand. This is the guy that I feel like should not be in here.
Should not be in here.
You put him with RJ. RJ should be in here over Mikal Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch a lot of he's in Phoenix, right? I don't watch a lot of their games, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm an expert on the kid.
I feel like the fact that the Suns are in contention this year,
so are the Knicks
playing
playoff contention.
Yeah, but I mean the Suns are.
I don't think anybody's sitting here saying
they went on a run though.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody's sitting here thinking the Suns are championship contenders.
I mean, definitely not, because you're in the West. You got to go up against the Clippers. You got to go up against
it's like
the Lakers. You got to go up against Utah.
He's averaging 13 points a game. He went from 9 to 13 points a game this year. From his rookie year to a sophomore campaign, barely any movement at all. And he's having a good, junior year in basketball. But you look at him compared to RJ's sophomore numbers, it's a huge leap. RJ went from like 14 points a game to now he's averaging almost 18 20, points a game.
He's almost at 20.
No, he's at 17.9 last time I checked. That was last night.
Okay, no. I'm thinking about the last couple games.
But he had went on a run where he was at least 20 points. So he had that huge run that he's been on. That's why his point totals are shot up. So RJ's growth from last year to this year has been huge.
Ridiculous, yeah.
So definitely put him over Mikal Bridges. I don't know if I'm saying homeboy's name right. But I don't know.
I don't even know. Next guy on this list, Sabonis.
Yeah, Domantas Sabonis is a beast. Very underrated. I think his style is what I think keeps him low on the list. He's not, the most flashy player. He's kind of a
but sometimes you don't need to be the flashiest player. Sometimes you just need to be productive, man.
You're not wrong. And he's been, productive throughout his whole entire career.
Can't really say much more.
Yeah, I think maybe definitely lower on this list. But
you would put him lower?
I see, he was in back-to-back All-Star appearances.
That's probably why he's at 18 right now.
Yeah.
19, and Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards is a beast. He's a dog. I really fuck with Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I think he should, like I said, if we're going off upside, I think he should be maybe a little higher in the list. But the run he's been on, I don't know if it was, maybe not, I remember it was a while ago we were talking about this, but he had like a string of averaging 25 points, something like that. Like the kid is a good scorer, freakishly athletic. He had the fucking highlight dunk that was everywhere.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I think he has tremendous upside, and unfortunately, he just plays for the Timberwolves. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
rest in peace.
Probably won't last that much longer there.
We'll see, man. Cat's a whole nother story too.
DeAndre Ayton, number 20.
DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton. Sorry about that.
No, I was just saying his name. I wasn't correcting you. I was just repeating his name.
No, I was saying sorry to Ayton, just in case he watches this video.
Oh, he did. I don't know. DeAndre Ayton he's a good big. Once again, like I said, when it comes to bigs, it's kind of hard to rank them against forwards and guards.
Mm-hmm.
But he's good at what he does. He's a big, can rebound, can score. So, I mean, hey, he is what he is. And he's in a league where that position is dying. He's one of the better ones. His point totals have gone down drastically from last year, but
probably why he's this
lower. But in reboundings, he's still a double machine. And I mean, it's a new team, new system with Chris Paul and all that stuff, so that's probably affecting him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Number 21, T. Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton is a beast. Like outside, when we did our Rookie of the Year predictions, I had him up there as like a dark horse.
You did. Mm-hmm.
He is a hooper. He's a beast defensively. He gets into you guys defensively.
Do you think his upside should put him higher up in this list? Or do you think kind of basing it on this list,
I think he's good where he's at. I don't know if I think he's good where he's at right now because I can't really say like I can't give you like what his ceiling might be because I haven't seen a lot of his games, but just a little highlights. He's still a rookie, but
so
just from the games I've seen in him, man, like I said, he's a dog. His numbers aren't that good so far because once again he's on Sacramento, but the kid's a dog, bro. And I would have loved if the Knicks would have drafted him, but we drafted Obi Toppin, who is just a colossal disappointment so far.
Yeah.
But hey, he's still young. Not even homeboy's 23 years old. It's not even like But that's another
Kobe's
course.
23.
4-year player in college.
Wait, how old is RJ?
He's older than RJ. RJ's like 21 or 22.
Jesus Christ.
Obi Toppin is 23 years old.
Jesus.
And
Christ.
RJ I think is 21.
Yeah, because RJ was like 19 when he came in the league.
Yeah, RJ's 21. No, RJ's 20.
She's 20. Jesus.
RJ will turn 21 in June 14th. Happy early birthday, RJ.
Happy early
Just
birthday.
in
That's
case
a
you
week after my birthday. I like it.
But yeah.
That's crazy.
He's
Wait, how old is I'm blanking on his name right now.
Knicks?
Yeah.
Who?
Our best player.
Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name.
Yo, we are Knicks
fans, bro. Oh my.
Oh man, I'm blanking on his name, and I don't want to like lose the list. Randall.
Julius Randall.
Julius
Randall, I think he's probably like 26.
Which is crazy. He just
missed the list, right? Yeah, 26 years old.
Where would you put him on this list? Like if he was, well, to be fair, last year, 2 years ago, I wouldn't think to put him on the list like that.
I mean, last year he was great. Last year too. I mean, what was it? Pelicans. That 1 year with the Pelicans where he really took off after he left the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been really good his last 3 years. He's been in this league a while though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it feels like I feel like I've seen him for like 10 years.
He barely got minutes. I think he played one game his rookie year in LA, and then it was just, a bench role with that shitty ass LA team on Kobe's final years with the team. Had a good contract year, and that's when he got paid by New Orleans, and then now he's a Knick. Mm-hmm. And not this year. He's been phenomenal.
You think he's staying with the Knicks?
That's completely up to the Knicks. I think Julius wants to stay.
I think he does want to stay.
But that last year is a team option. So we'll I think they're going to pick it up, though, because the backlash from the fans would be crazy. So I think they pick up that option. What happens after that? Because it's just a 3-year deal with the team option. Mm-hmm. What happens after that? I don't know.
Fair enough. John Collins, 22.
John Collins is cool. When you come to the last few guys on this list,
they're cool.
John Collins.
I'm gonna just say the last 23 Jared Allen, 24 Lonzo Ball, 25 Colin Sexton.
Only person I would put higher here is Colin Sexton. He's having an amazing year.
Colin Sexton is crazy. Team. Yeah, Colin Sexton is doing crazy.
He had that rough rookie year where vets didn't really like him and all that stuff. But he's a dog, man. There's that clip of him trying to win a game when it was 3v5 in college when the whole team got kicked out. It was literally him and 2 other dudes playing against a 5, and he almost brought him back. It was crazy. But the kid's a dog. Colin Sexton definitely should be higher. He should be above Halliburton. Just off this year alone, what is he averaging? Yeah, 24 points a game he's averaging. So you'd
put him at least at 21?
I mean, I can make an argument just off this year. I'd probably put him behind Trae Young.
Behind Trae Young? Oh, that's a big leap. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he should be the last. He's better than Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, he's definitely shouldn't be 25 at the very. And again, we were talking about this Lonzo Ball. There are players on this list that RJ should have been.
Yeah, Alonzo is definitely in that conversation, but Mikal Bridges, I feel like, should not. Maybe I don't know if he deserves to not be on the list. I don't want to be that disrespectful, but RJ is definitely better than him.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. Same thing with
But
Lonzo.
RJ plays for the Knicks, and they don't give Knicks love. So
I mean, we're the hugest market. We're the most profitable NBA franchise.
100%.
So it's like you should give us some fucking love.
Exactly. But they don't.
But I think Lonzo does end up with the Knicks for some weird reason. I feel like Lonzo's coming to New York.
I can see it happening.
I just have that weird feeling. I think next year, it's a crazy prediction. I think Lonzo comes, and I think Bradley Beal comes.
Really?
I think Lonzo, I don't know if he wants to get paid, so we'll see how contracts work out.
Okay.
I definitely think Bradley Beal at the end of this contract is coming to New York.
So we would have Bradley Beal, maybe Lonzo Ball.
And Elfrid Payton is a 1-year deal, so he'll be gone. That's cap space.
Okay. Julius Randle,
team option. We'll see if we pick that up.
RJ Barrett,
rookie team option, but we're definitely picking that up.
Oh, of course not. Of course.
The only other one is this guy's a team option as well.
I know who you're talking about.
Our center, Mitchell Robinson. So
whether or not that, I don't think that
because of him being injury. I mean, it's only like he was a second round pick. So it's only like $1 million or $2 million option. He's not getting paid bread right now. But at the end of that contract, he's going to want money.
Yeah, and I think that's when he leaves New York.
Yeah,
probably
you can find players that do what he does for a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
but yeah,
that was the list. A lot of good players on that. A lot of I was just laughing because at some point you said that player is a beast for like 10 of them in a row, which makes sense because it's supposed to be the top 25.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are like really young, and you can see flashes of greatness in them.
And it's exciting when you have great young players like this because you're gonna have great basketball for a while to come.
Now, looking at this list, though, outside of Luka and maybe Zion, maybe even LaMelo.
I was going to say maybe LaMelo.
Not a lot of guys that I would say are going to take LeBron's mantle.
I feel like Luka is the guy. I feel like Luka is the guy that when LeBron retires, the spotlight's going to be on him. He's already shown pressure doesn't get to him. And there's something special about Luka, and I feel like, especially once the LeBron era is over, it'll start to shine a little more because, obviously LeBron being just the guy for such a long time, and he's still the guy.
Yeah.
I feel like that takes away a lot when it comes to like the media attention. From someone like Luka, and I feel like if Luka also goes to a better situation, or if the situation in Dallas improves, then we're looking at someone who has that potential to take over that mantle. Zion Williamson, I feel like he could be more, in like almost like a KD in terms of like. He'll have the highlights. He'll have, the that kind of ability to take over a game, but he does need to. He does need to lose weight, because he's not going to last too long if he keeps going the way he does. Because every time he comes down from dunking, I feel like something's going to break. Like every time I see him jump up like that, I get scared for him, bro.
Yeah.
And he does it a lot. So
that he does.
We'll see what ends up happening. And, LaMelo Ball, his upside, we'll see what happens with him. He's a big name. Yeah. Obviously the Ball family is hugely influential when it comes to basketball. So I feel like he's always going to attract no matter what. And he's a good player. So, Lonzo Ball obviously doesn't have the talent that LaMelo has. But if Lonzo comes to the Knicks, that'll boost his popularity by a lot because again, Knicks is the biggest market. Everybody's gonna want a ball Knicks jersey, so that would be a huge boost in terms of the Knicks market having a player like Lonzo Ball. But yeah, I agree with you. Those are the only three that I see being kind of like that top echelon.
Yeah. And then just some honorable mentions that weren't on that list.
RJ Barrett.
Kobe White, RJ Barrett, Darius Garland, who's having a great year. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he wasn't even considered. Tyler Hero, another one. Bro. That's the guy. Marvin Bagley, Jaren Jackson Jr.
There's a lot of young
some more
talent,
guys that I'm not naming, but guys that should. I feel like Jaren Jackson should have been on that list. He's averaging like 17 points a game, but hey, he wasn't. What are you gonna do? But
that's it for this episode. Again, this was our top 25. Well, not ours. ESPN's top 25 under 25 list. Our reactions to it, kind of,
Mo Bamba. No, I'm joking. Shout out to Mo Bamba.
Shoutouts to Mo Bamba. All right, so thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and let us know, were there any players that you feel deserve to have been on this list and any players that probably didn't? Let us know in the comments down below. All right, thank you for watching. Peace out, and catch us in the next video.